Hi everyone, welcome to Music Success. I'm Rui, and I have another guest today. Our guest, she's a 20 years old independent recording artist, an actress. She has been in two movies as a lead actress, has done TV voiceovers. She has sang the national anthem on 12 different public events and has as well performed music live and in music videos. She has done modeling, likes to work out, practice sports, and loves animals. She has released four singles plus an EP. Her new single, Pack Up, is out, and you can get it on all platforms such as iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, or Deezer. Welcome to the show, Alondra Martinez. Did I say that correctly?
Yes, you did.
That's the
Hi,
best.
everyone.
That's the best Spanish accent that I have.
All
Alondra,
right, that was great.
Alondra Martinez. So I was looking at your resume, right? And I was like, okay, so she's 20 years old. And I look at your resume. My God, how is that possible? Um, I didn't read it all because we'll be here the entire show, but you've
Yeah.
done quite a lot. And I guess my first question is, do you feel that you're like an overachiever?
Um, a little bit, a little bit. I feel like a lot of people at my age have not done what I have done so far. And so I'm just very grateful and thankful that I've had all these amazing opportunities to do what I love to do.
Yeah, it's quite impressive. So let's start from the beginning. What made you choose to be in the music and the entertainment industry in the first place?
Okay, so we'll start from the very, very beginning. I've loved singing since I was little. When I was about maybe 3 years old, my parents had, the TVs with the VCH tapes, and we're huge Disney fans. And we absolutely love Disney, and so we would play all the princess movies. And the one that stood out to me the most was The Little Mermaid. And so there's a piece of the song Part of Your World. And I would sing that song constantly over and over and over and over. And my mom really loved watching me sing Part of Your World. And once it got more to the 2000s, like more of the High School Musical era, camp rock, we had a karaoke machine and I would sing to those songs. And my mom noticed that I really loved to perform and I really loved to sing. And she asked me one day and she's like, "Is this what you really want to do? Do you want to become a singer?" And I told her yes. And that's how it all got started from there.
Okay, so that's awesome. And do you feel that you, so far in all the stuff that you've done as an actress and as a singer, that you had a breakthrough moment in your career?
Um, hmm. What do you mean by a breakthrough moment?
Like let's say something happened where things really start to move and you felt okay, like this opened up and now things change for the better, obviously, uh,
Uh-huh.
or you achieved something, or it could be anything, right? Could be a connection in the industry, could be you won an award, or could be anything really.
Okay. Yeah, I felt like I had a breakthrough moment. I think it was after a little bit after my sophomore year of high school. I after I did the two musicals, the High School Musical and the CMT Into the Woods musical. I felt like more doors were kind of opening up. I've been posting a lot of my videos on my Instagram, my YouTubes, and I felt more people were starting to hit me up and asking me to sing more national anthems and to perform at other events around here in Fresno. So I felt at that moment I had a real big breakthrough.
That's fantastic. And another thing is like, what do you feel are your successful habits? Like, in let's say you get up in the morning, what do you feel like you do that has helped you to get where you are right now?
Um, I feel every morning that I wake up, I know that each day is a blessing, and you got to make the most of each and every day, and you just got to get up and have a happy smile on your face. Cheer other people up, even if they're not feeling okay. Just try to be the best you can possibly be for yourself.
Awesome. And what do you feel in terms of like things you do that makes you feel like you are successful at what you do? Because you sing, at least I counted, 12 national anthems, plus other events where you've been invited to sing or perform at least 24, I believe.
Uh
That's
huh.
that's what I read on your resume. There's probably more, but what do you feel like? Okay, this is the things I do as an artist, as an entertainer, that contributes for me to being on top of my game.
um. Yeah. Just as an artist, you always got to know that there is always there yeah, I would say competition. So you know that there's always someone out there who's gonna hustle more and who's gonna push to their till they get in their foot into that door. So me as an artist, I know that there's always going to be another person out there trying to reach the same goal as me. So I know that I have to push myself harder to get that extra foot in the door.
Very good. Let's talk about your creative process. Can you explain to
Yeah.
us, like, as an artist, how do you go about creating music?
So I don't actually create my own music. We actually have someone who writes my music, but they do include me into that process, which is very nice. That way, I get to learn how those people write my music, and eventually, maybe one day, write my own music. But yeah, it's just a simple phone call, and I get to communicate with the writer, and they ask what I want to kind of put out there. They're like, do you want like romance? Do you want a sad song? Do you want a happy song? What do you feel that you want to put out? And I put my input, and with Pack Up, I knew I wanted a woman empowerment song because I feel that not a lot of songs these days are about women empowerment. And so I'm like, how about we do something like that just to change it up? My music is more pop and R&B, more dance music. And so I thought to change it up a little bit. And so she came up with some really great lyrics, and we just communicated more, and we came to an agreement, and that's how Pack Up became Pack Up.
Okay. And like in terms of collaborations, do you usually use the same people, or how do you go about that?
It just depends. It depends on what beat I want to use, and what that writer has. And then if I hear and I don't like what they have, I ask them if they have another writer so I can see what their ideas are, and see what they have, and to see if I like what they have.
Cool. And in terms of like idol or person that you like to emulate their career or you admire them, who would that be?
That would definitely be Bruno Mars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And why is that?
Just because the way Bruno Mars started, he started off at a very young age. He knew what he wanted, and he pushed himself pretty hard. I've listened to his journey, and it was very inspiring, very touching. And I thought to myself, one day I hope to be in that position where I can collaborate with Bruno Mars. And how awesome would that be? I could tell him one day, I watched you and your journey, and now I'm here collaborating with you, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Now let's talk about what do you think it makes you like unique or different from other artists?
Uh, I would say my personality. I
Well,
have a very fun, bubbly personality, and just I feel a lot of people are not like me, just because I'm more different, more weird. I'm into Disney. I like cartoons. I like all the little kids stuff, you know. So I feel I'm very different from other artists.
Absolutely. Now, what do you feel is the best advice you've been given so far in the entertainment industry?
I think the best advice I was given was to always stay humble, always thank everyone that has helped you along your journey, to not forget the small people, and to just keep pushing, keep striving for your dreams. And yeah.
Cool. And what is your viewpoint on the music industry?
I'd have to say, it's very different now than what it used to be back then, obviously. I love the music now. I love the artists now, like Doja Cat and, you know, who else? I listen to a lot of Spanish music too. So like Becky G, Carol G, um, all those amazing artists. I do love their music now, but I feel the music back then is what makes our music now. So I really love what we had back then.
When you say back then, we're talking about what decade? Because
Um,
20 years old.
talking about the early 90s,
Okay.
2000s. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, just checking on that. Okay, so like, uh, do you have a mentor? Do you have somebody who's like guiding you through the industry, helping you out?
I
Besides,
do. I actually have a singing teacher. Her name is Leah Marie. She's also an independent artist. She's done a lot. She's done background vocals for the Father of Assad album for DJ Khaled. For one of the songs with CeeLo Green, she was the background vocals for that, and she also did Little Wayne. She did the background vocals for him as well.
cool, very cool. Do you, if there's like something about the music or entertainment industry that you are involved with, what thing would it be that you would like to change? What would that be?
Um, Ooh, that one's a tough question. What would I change? Hmm, I I don't know. I just feel that everyone should get the right amount of credit for their music. Everyone should be all equal, supporting each other, pumping each other up. I feel there should be more collaborations with other artists who make totally different music. So I feel that'd be a nice change for the industry.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now, in terms of you having acting skills and be able to act, does that help you perform as well? Is that a tool you use in performing as a singer? Do you feel that helps?
Yes, that definitely helps a lot. I feel if I didn't have any acting skills, I would kind of be clueless in that area of how to perform. So I think with a little bit of acting, it shows how you could be a better performer.
Yeah. And let's talk about the business side of it. I don't know if you also have somebody helping you out on this, but without going into too much details about your personal life, obviously. Um, I know you have a supportive team. Obviously, you do collaborations. You have people who write for you. Like, how do you do your music distribution, for example?
So a lot of it is with the producer I'm with. So he has some areas where he can distribute on his side, and a lot of it also on my side is my dad. He looks all into where you can distribute your music, any other places online. I think there's like TuneCore and there's all these other ones, and he'll make accounts for them and then he'll distribute my music onto those.
That's great. Um, okay, and who handles the promotion and the marketing side of things? Also,
That
you?
That
Also,
would be my dad. Yeah.
okay, so he's really hands-on on your career, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Helping you out. That's very, very cool. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you like a couple of rapid fire questions. What's your best music resource and why?
Uh, mm, what do you mean by best music resource?
Like whatever tool or thing you like to use in music, either to get inspiration, either to write ideas down, whatever it is, either to record your voice, could be anything that you really like and you use for yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I just really look at music videos. I kind of get my inspiration from there. How I think of what to come up with next for my next music. Yeah, I just watch a lot of current YouTube videos of artists.
Okay, cool. Your favorite album of all times?
Out of my music or other artists?
Well, obviously your music,
Okay.
but let's say other artists.
Okay. Other artists. I'd have to say Bruno Mars, of course, again. Yeah, he's my favorite artist so far. His albums. I love Adele. Totally different artist from Bruno Mars. I
She's
love her album. She has very beautiful lyrics that a lot of people can relate to. So I sing a lot of her songs. Also, going back to the oldies, I listen to a lot of Etta James, Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston. So a lot of them they inspire me a lot, and I love all their albums. It's a lot of more of the women that I love more than the men, but woman empowerment.
yeah, and Bruno Mars, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, your favorite book? I don't,
Ooh,
I don't know if you're a reader or not, but do you have a favorite book?
a little bit. I don't know who the author is, but they're Disney villain books, and it tells the backstories of the villains and how they're all kind of related and how they all come together as one. So it's just pretty interesting.
Yeah, didn't know about that one. That must be
Uh-huh.
really cool. A favorite movie?
Favorite movie, obviously The Little Mermaid. But if it's out of Disney, I'd have to say anything with action in it. I like action. I like some romance. The one I really like so far right now is Crazy Rich Asians. That one's pretty funny.
Cool. And dream travel place?
Ooh, Paris, Italy, Greece, all that. I want to travel there one day.
Okay, cool. Now, let's talk about. Do you want to talk about your released music so far and your experience? How it has been so far? You
Sure.
recording all that music? Tell me.
So sorry. um yeah, so we'll start from the beginning with my first EP album. I had a producer out of Huntington Beach. It was my very first time making my very first EP album, which was pretty cool. Um, and so we went over there to Huntington Beach. We went to his studio. He was more of a beats producer. So he brought in someone to help me write lyrics, and he asked if I wanted to be a part of the process of writing my own songs. I said, sure, that'd be pretty fun. I get to learn how to write music and what goes into writing music. So me and the two guys, we came up with my EP album, each song, each how we wanted to portray each song. That's how we came up with that EP album. It was a very awesome experience. We made little videos for it down at Huntington Beach. Why not? Because you're at the beach. It's beautiful, right?
Right.
So we went down there, played my music so that way people could hear my music and ask where they could find my music. And so that was a pretty fun process. Um, with my other singles, I had another producer come in, and we created, I believe, two songs. And it was a totally different process. We went to a studio, and he already had people who wrote the music and asked my opinion of the music. And it was nice because I got to put my own input in it. Um, and we recorded the song. I At that point, I had my singing coach, so she was there with me along that journey, and she would help me a lot with the notes and how I should hit each single note, how I should like staccato, or use more vibrato or don't use more vibrato, um, so that was a totally different process than what I had the first time, because I didn't have a singing coach the first time. And so having her now, it made my music even better, in my opinion. And this last song, which is Pack Up, I went to another producer, which is Skylar Lex, and his wife, Ashley. Um, she was very nice. She hit me up on Instagram. She noticed my singing videos on Instagram, and she invited us over. And she wanted to hear me sing, and her husband heard me sing, and they asked if I wanted to make a song with them. So I said, of course. And we listened to the different beats that he had, and it was another different process because I didn't get to hear the beats on the other one.
Right.
So I heard it on this one, and I really liked the beats that he had. And so he had a writer come in, and he gave me her info, and we talked on the phone, and she asked how I wanted to sing the song with the beat. And so we communicated, we went back and forth how I wanted to portray the song. And then I went back and I recorded it, and we released it. And that's how the process of all those went along.
And you learn a lot, right, through the whole through all these experiences. Like you didn't know how the process worked, and through all.
Right. Each producer and each other of their writers are different. So every time I went to a different producer, it was always a new experience.
Right. Awesome. Now, in terms of music performance, do you have a favorite one so far?
Of course, I do love singing the national anthems, especially because I sing for the veterans.
Mhm.
And I know that it means a lot to them since what they've been through in the wars and all that. But I'd have to say, when I performed at our local Fresno fair, it was a totally different experience. My first time singing there. It was so different because I didn't kind of know what to do. It was my first time performing. I'm thinking in my head, should I dance? Should I not? Should I engage with the crowd? But I just kind of put my own little spin on it. I was me out there the whole time, and I just made sure that everyone enjoyed my music and had a great time.
Okay, good. Now, a fun question. You are going to a new planet, right? And,
Okay.
and you have water, you have food, and oxygen. You can
Uh-huh.
take only three things with you. What would that be?
Okay. Um, I would probably say my phone for one. I think anyone would bring their phone to
It helps, yeah.
see if there's at least some service out there in the planet. So I would take that. I'd probably bring clothes to survive and keep me warm, or to, in case of the heat, I have something cool to wear.
Mhm.
Um, let's see, and what else? Probably a book too, just in case if there's no service and there's nothing else to do, I have something to read at least.
Cool, very cool. Now, you were starting in the music industry today, right? And you only have your talent, your
Mhm.
skills, your knowledge, and experience. What would you do?
Um, so I have my knowledge, I have my experience, and what was the other one?
You have your knowledge, your
Uh
talent,
huh.
your skills, and experience, right? So you have everything you have accumulated so far.
Uh huh.
What would you do differently if you were starting today?
Um, I think I would do differently is probably promote myself more, get out there and perform more since I have all those skills, and just make more connections and hopefully, make some collaborations and make more music with amazing artists.
Yeah, that's pretty good advice right there.
Mhm.
What are you most proud of in your life?
I think I'm most proud of everything that I've done so far. All the national anthems, the films. I have to say pretty much everything that I've done so far.
Cool. And you've done a lot. If I would put your resume here on the camera, I would have to I would have to scroll the whole thing, several pages. Now, what is music success for you?
What is music success to me? Um, oh, that's a tough question. Music success. Are you referring to like later in like career wise, like what would be my music success or
Exactly. Like what it is for you to have music success in your life.
um okay, I feel that having for me my music success, I would feel pretty great about it. I'd feel pretty honored that a lot of these people would listen to my music and share my music and just know that they like my music.
Cool. Alondra Martinez, thank you so much for being on the show. It was a pleasure to
Well,
have.
thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, and I had such a great time.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Now, how can people connect with you?
Okay, so how you can connect with me is you could go on YouTube and find me under Alondra Martinez 559. You can also find me on Instagram, Alondra151. Make sure you guys, listen to my music. It's out in all streaming platforms: iTunes, Spotify, uh, Pandora. You can find it all there. And you can also find me, I believe, on Facebook on Alondra Martinez 559 as well.
Cool. Now, to our viewers and listeners on the podcast, you can find all the links to all these resources and everything else we've been chatting about in this today's episode by going to musicsuccess.com and enter the guest name in the search bar. And this episode, along with all the show notes, will pop right up. Thank you for being so generous with your time. It was a pleasure to have you here. Listen, I wish you all the success in the world, and I hope you come back one day and tell us more about your journey. Okay?
Of course. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I would like to remember the listeners and the viewers. We want you to be successful because your success is really our success. Stay safe. Don't forget to live your dreams. And until the next episode, I'll see you. Take care. Bye bye. And it's over.
Okay.